여러분, 안녕하세요. Always with Teacher Nina입니다. 자, 여러분, 잘 지내셨나요? 오늘은 Lesson 3, 대학 캠퍼스 Conversation 1 시작해 보도록 할게요. 그럼 Always with Teacher Nina, Beginning Class 시작해 볼까요? 자, 오늘 what we're gonna learn today, what's new for today? 오늘은요, Conversation 1, 학교 식당이 어디 있어요? 라는 Conversation 1을 배워볼 겁니다. 학교 식당이 어디 있어요? So, what does that mean, 식당? 그렇죠. It can be a restaurant or it can be some like a very good food, like serving, like a restaurant, right? 자, 그러나 학교 식당이라고 하면 yes, there you go. It's like cafeteria. So school cafeteria를 학교 식당이라고 표현을 하죠. 자, then let's look at our grammar point for today. We're going to learn about grammar 2 point, expressing location. So place, 어디 어디에 있어요. And then changing the topic, particle, 은, or는. So we're going to study about 1. Expressing location. 2. Changing the topic, particle, 은, or는. Alright, then 그러면 여러분들 준비되셨나요? Let's go. 가보실까요? 자, this is our today's new words vocabulary입니다. 자, look at this nouns and vocabulary. So these are very key vocabulary, main vocabulary. So please read out and also please memorize the meaning of each vocabulary. I always recommend to my student, it's really hard to memorize like without context. So these are vocabulary is from our conversation part. So as much as possible, think about our context and also our main topic and try to make the sentences using this new vocabulary. In that case, you are like more acquire or learning new vocabulary easily because it's more contextualized. All right, then let's go. These are our new words in noun part. 자, please listen first each vocabulary. And also after that, pause plus the pause button and try to speak out like exactly same as my pronunciation. First, listen carefully. And second, please practice speak out this word. 자, 그럼 시작해 볼까요? Okay, then let's go. Noun. 가방. 가방, bag. 기숙사, 기숙사, dormitory. 대학교, 대학교, college, university. 뒤, 뒤, bag. 밑, 밑, bottom, below. 우체국, 우체국, post office. park, park. Outside, building, building, building. 서점, 서점, bookstore. 시계, 시계, clock, watch. 안, inside. up, up. front, 어디, 어디. where, 옆, 옆. side, beside. 자, 잘 들으셨나요? Did you listen well? 자, 그러면 지금부터 말하기 연습 시작해 주세요. From now on, we're gonna practice speaking out pronunciation. 자, 여러분들, please pause and then start practicing. 그러면 지금부터 practicing 시작하겠습니다. Okay, so how was it? How was your practicing to speak out each new words? Was it too hard or was it too easy? As much as possible, try to speak out. Then your pronunciation will be more clear, much clearer. So if you're confused, then go back to the listening part and listen again. All right. 자, 그럼 여러분들 지금부터 다음 거 가보실까요? 자, 오늘의 conversation 1입니다. 학교 식당이 어디 있어요? One more time. 학교 식당이 어디 있어요? 자, 여러분, what does that mean, 학교 식당? There you go. 학교 식당 means school cafeteria, right? So the title is 어디 있어요? It means where is, 그쵸? So where is the school cafeteria? There are two people, Yumi and Lisa. They're talking about 학교 식당. All right, then from now on, let's go again our listening practice, okay? After that, pause button and 말하기 연습. 말하기 speaking 연습. 시작할게요. 유미, 저 학교 식당이 어디 있어요? 리사, 유니온 빌딩 1층에 있어요. 그리고 도서관 뒤에도 있어요. 유미, 유니온 빌딩은 어디 있어요? 리사, 우체국 앞에 있어요. 여러분, 잘 들으셨나요? How was your listening? Was it good? 오케이, 자, 지금부터 말하기 연습, speaking out 해주세요. Practice 시작합니다. Alright. 자, 그럼 여러분들 지금부터 한번 let's translate its conversation part, okay? 자, 그러면 다시 돌아가 보겠습니다. 자, go back to again. 자, 저 학교 식당이 어디 있어요? 자, 여러분, look at this part. What is 저라는 표현이죠? 여기에 보면 저라는 표현이 있습니다. 저, 점점점. We call the dot in Korea 점이라고 합니다. So, 자, can you guess when you can use 저? There you go. So, 저 is an expression used for a hesitation before the speakers say something. So, the reason why we say 저, because this hesitation draw the attention of the listener. So for example, you are in the street, on the street in Korea, and then you need to ask someone you don't know, like just like a stranger, you need to ask the direction, right? Then normally people don't go just straightly, where is school cafeteria? We don't do that, right? So just kind of politely or like to show that hesitate. So for example, oh, well, like this, right? So excuse me, like, or well, like this. So 저, this means like a hesitation. So when you meet someone, like a stranger on the street, you can also ask that 저라고 할 수 있습니다. So 저 학교 식당이 어디 있어요? 학교 식당 again. 식당 is what? Just like a 식당 is restaurant, but this is a 학교 식당, so it means the school cafeteria. Where is the school cafeteria, right? Lisa, 유니온 빌딩 1층에 있어요. 자, Lisa say, 유니온 빌딩 1층에 있어요. 자, 여러분, look at this part. 1층. 자, what is the 1층? 층 means, 자, what does it mean, 층? 층 means floor. 자, so 1층 means what? 그렇죠. First floor가 되겠죠. So, Lisa said it's on the first floor of the Union Building. 그렇죠? Korean people also say building as building. So you can just say building. 그리고 자 여러분 그리고라는 표현이 나옵니다. 자 what does it mean 그리고 자 그리고 무슨 말이죠? 그렇죠. and라는 표현이죠. and. 자 그리고 도서관 뒤에도 있어요. 자 there is one behind the library too. 자 여러분 look at this part. 지금 도서관이라는 표현이 있죠. What does that mean 도서관? We just learned it in the new vocabulary. 도서관 means library. 그쵸? 자, here look at this 뒤. So we're gonna learn this part 뒤 kind of like position, like kind of related position part in our grammar point. So D means behind라는 표현입니다. Behind. And 도서관 뒤에 도 있어요. 자, 여러분, what does it mean 도? 그렇죠. It means like a two. So T-O-O. It's like also there is one like behind the library too. 이런 뜻이죠. 자, 여러분 있어요라는 표현 보실까요? 있어요. 자, we're gonna look at this 있어요 after conversation one, okay? So remember this is everything is 있어요, 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 right? So this conversation one part, all of the sentences finishes with 있어요, right? Can you guess what does it mean? 있어요. Please guess well right now. And then let's look at it after this conversation one. 자, and then Yumi said, Union Building은 어디 있어요? Where is the Union Building? And Lisa said, 우체국 앞에 있어요. 여러분, what does it mean? 우체국이 뭘까요? 우체국 means post office, 그쵸? So Lisa said, 앞이라는 말. 자, this is like opposite meaning, 뒤 and up. So up means what? 그렇죠. front라는 표현입니다. 자, again, 뒤 means behind라는 표현이 되겠죠. So D means behind, up means front. So Lisa said 우체국 앞에 있어요. It means in front of the post office. 그렇죠? So it's in front of the post office. Okay. 자, today we learned about conversation one. 학교 식당이 어디 있어요? 자, 여러분. Then how we can substitute this kind of like a pattern. Like today what we learn is 학교 식당이 어디 있어요, right? Then how you can ask, where is the post office? 그렇죠. You can ask them, 우체국이 어디 있어요, right? So you can just substitute 학교 식당. Instead of the 학교 식당, you can put it 우체국 because 우체국 means post office, right? 자, then what about, where is the library? There you go. 자, 도서관이 어디 있어요? Right? Very good job. So, 도서관 means library. So you can say that, ask them, 도서관이 어디 있어요? All right. Then, what about just where is the school? How you can say that? 그렇죠. 학교가 어디 있어요? 학교가 어디 있어요? 자, 그런 다음에요. Let's look at it. One more example. 자, 여러분, 그러면 how you can ask hospital. 자, what is the hospital in Korean? 자, hospital은요, 병원이라고 합니다. 자, you can say that 병원이 어디 있어요. 그렇죠. 자, right. So you can substitute the noun. 그렇죠. And then you can put it 어디 있어요. 그렇죠. So, here is one more tip. 자, 여러분, maybe some of you already figure out, there is very unique part because something is some noun, at the end of the some noun, it's like a subject particle is but one is 가, right? 자, look at this part. So, 우체국이, 도서관이, 병원이, but except one. What? 학교 is pretty subjective particle 가, right? Why is the reason? Can you tell me why? There you go. So all of the 우체국, 도서관, and 병원, these are all at the end of the consonant, right? But only 학교 is at the end of the vowel. So with what we can say, so this is a Korean learn. So at the end of the consonant, at the end of the vowel, it's different what you should use subjective particle, 그렇죠? These are very important at the end of consonant or at the end of the vowel because based on at the end of consonant or at the end of the vowel, the rule is applied differently, right? So with the consonant, at the end of consonant, you can put it E, 그렇죠? Then what about at the end of the vowel, you can put it 가. Alright, 자 여러분 이제 clear 하신가요? Alright, then let's go our new expression part. 자, 오늘의 new expression part 넘어가 볼까요? Okay, so we already mentioned it. 자, before here, our conversation part, previous one, 있어요. 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 있어요, right? 자, then what does it mean 있어요? 자, 여러분 look at this part. 자, 이에요, 예요 versus 있어요. 자, these are actually the copular to be. So in English, the copular to be for both accusation, identification, or existence of an entity, right? 자, what about in Korea? So in English, to be used for two kind of purpose. For example, equation, identification, or existence of an entity. But in Korea, we divided this two part. So it means like in Korea, the copula to be, these two meaning, two function is divided into the different two form. So look at this. 자, 그 중에 하나. So one of that is 있어요. So equation, identification, existence of an entity. What about in Korea? 자, 이다. 자, 이에요, 예요's dictionary form is what? 이다, right? And 있어요's dictionary form is 있다. 자, 그렇죠. There you go. 자, 그래서 이에요 and 있어요. 자, 이에요's dictionary form 이다. And 있어요's dictionary form 있다. So, 이다 means to be, but this meaning is equation. But what about 있다? 있다 means to be existence. All right. 자, 그러면 how we can use it? So you one more time, please remember. In English, to be like functions as equation and also existence of an entity. But in Korea, we should divide it as ida or ita. So please do not confuse it. Depending on what you mention it, you should use different form. All right, let's go to next pages. So look at the example. Here is an example. 자, 저는 학생이에요. 저는 학생 있어요. The first example. So I want to make I am a student the sentences, right? Then which one is correct form? 저는 학생이에요 or 저는 학생 있어요. What do you think? The first one or the second one? What do you think about it? There you go. So the answer is the first one. 저는 학생이에요. Not 있어요. Why? What is the reason? Because I am a student, it means I am a student, 나는. So it means as the equation, right? So for that one, 학생이에요. 이다 is meaning of to be equation. So you should use 이에요, not 있어요. What does that mean? 있어요. 있어요 means existence of entity. It means like there is a student, but also put it 저는, so it's ungrammatical. Actually, it doesn't make sense. And look at the second example. 학교 식당은 유니온 빌딩에 있어요. 학교 식당은 유니온 빌딩이에요. So the sentence, look at the English sentences. 자, the school cafeteria is in the union building. Then is in the union building. What does that mean? This means to be existence, right? So in that case, what should be answer? There you go. So the first sentence, the 학교 식당은 union building에 있어요. It means 있다. So to be existence. So not in this sentence, not to be equation, right? So building이에요, it means equation. So it should not be proper sentences, right? So remember well, please. 이다 cannot be used for existence and 있다 cannot be used for equation or identification. So when you mention it, when you use it, please divide it 이다 and 있다. 이다 means what? There you go. To be equation. And what about 있다 means? To be existence. Okay. 자, 잘했습니다. 네, 다음으로 넘어가 볼까요? Let's go. 자, all right, then let's look at a little bit like a more detailed part of expressing location. 자, 여러분, today our grammar two main point is expressing location and what the others? Changing the topic, right? 자, expressing location is place 어디 어디에 있어요. 자, look at this example. A say 서점이 어디 있어요? B said 우체국 옆에 있어요. 자, look at the other example sentences. A said 학교 식당은 유니온 빌딩 안에 있어요. 도서관 밑에도 학교 식당이 있어요. And number three, 기숙사 앞에는 도서관이 있어요. 기숙사 뒤에는 학생회관이 있어요. So all these sentences at the end of finish with 있어요, 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 있어요. 자, what does it mean 있어요? We just learned it, right? So 있어요, 있다 means used for existence, right? 자, so that's why the location is existed someplace. So that's why it is asking with the 있어요, right? 자, 그러면 서점이 어디 있어요? 자, what does it mean 서점? 서점 means bookstore, 그죠? Where is the bookstore? And 우체국 옆에 있어요. 자, 여러분 옆에라는 말 볼까요? 옆이라는 말이 뭘까요? 자, 옆이라는 말은 beside라는 표현입니다. 자, one more time. 옆이라는 말, beside라는 표현입니다. So it is beside to post office. 자, 우체국, we just learned it, post office. 그죠? 자, then look at this. 학교 식당은 유니온 빌딩 안에 있어요. 자, 학교 식당. 자, what does that mean? 학교 식당. 그렇죠. School cafeteria죠. So, the school cafeteria. 자, 어디에 있나요? 유니온 빌딩 안에 있어요. 자, 여러분, look at this part. 안이라는 표현 볼까요? What does that mean? 안. 자, 안이라는 표현은요, 바로 inside라는 표현이에요. 자, inside. So, we're gonna learn today more focusing on the relative position, okay? So 안이라는 말은 so inside입니다. So the school cafeteria is inside the union building, 그렇죠? And 도서관 밑에도 학교 식당이 있어요. 자, 여러분 밑이라는 표현 나왔네요. Then 밑 means what does it mean? Below라는 표현입니다. So 도가 나왔으니까 here also or to, 그렇죠? So it means like 밑에도. So it's also below the library, 그쵸? It is also below the library, 그쵸? So it means like 도서관 밑에도 학교 식당이 있어요. The school cafeteria is also below the library. 자, 그러면 look at it. Number three. 기숙사 앞에는 도서관이 있어요. 기숙사 뒤에는 학생회관이 있어요. 자, 여러분, 앞과 뒤 배웠죠? So we'll just learn up and D. 자, what does it mean up and D? Up means 그렇죠, front. What does it mean 뒤? 뒤 means behind가 되겠죠. 자, okay. Then 기숙사 앞에는 도서관. 자, library. 자, 기숙사 뒤에는 학생회관. 여러분, 학생회관이 뭘까요? 학생회관 means student center를 뜻합니다. student center. 그쵸? Alright. 자, 그러면은요. Let's go to the next page. 가보도록 할게요. 자, look at the next page. So, expression, location, place, 뭐뭐에 있어요. 자, so look at this example, which is we just learned in the previous the page, the like few example, right? 자, 학교 식당이. So this is e and also 가. This is subjective particle, right? So we can recognize this is entity, right? So 학교 식당이 location is where? Union Building. 자, 그렇죠? And please remember well, this is locative particle 어디에입니다. So when you want to mention or when you want to express location, you should always use a after place, alright? So please remember locative particle a라는 표현 잘 기억해 주세요. 자, 그래서 after that adjective of existence 있어요. 있어요. 그쵸? So 학교 식당이 유니온 빌딩에 있어요. 라는 표현이 되겠죠. One more time. 학교 식당이 유니온 빌딩에 있어요. 자, then what about Sophia? 지금 소피아라는 친구가 있네요. 그죠? Sophia can be adjective. 그래서 소피아가 서점에 있어요. 자, 소피아가 서점에 있어요. Then what does it mean, 소피아? 서점에 있어요. So, Sophia is where? At the bookstore. 이 되겠죠. So, 있다라는 말, 서점이라는 말, 그죠? Oh, there is Sophia at the bookstore. 이 되겠죠. Alright, then let's make one example. What do you want to say? 자, 그러면 우리 teacher Nina로 한번 얘기를 해볼까요? 제가 지금 I'm working at my office. 그쵸? 자, 그러면 how you can say there is teacher Nina at the office. 그렇죠. teacher Nina가 자, 어디 location where we just can't say that office라고 하면 되겠죠. office 그 다음에 locative particle is 에가 되겠죠. 그래서 에 자, then what about adjective of existence? 있어요. There you go. So teacher Nina가 오피스에 있어요. It means there's teacher Nina at the office가 되겠죠. Alright. 자, then is it clear, everybody? I hope it's clear. So as much as possible, try to make sentences using place에 있어요. Okay, then let's go to the next page. 자, 그 다음 걸로 가볼게요. 자, and then after that, we can put it relative position, right? 자, we just learned it. up이라는 표현 배웠죠? 자, what does that mean, up? Up means front라는 뜻이죠. 그렇죠? 자, 그러면 look at this. You can say, just say, 유니온 빌딩은 우체국에 있어요. 자, what about like without up? What does that mean? 유니온 빌딩은 우체국에 있어요. It means, union building is at a post office, right? So it means like there is a union building at the post office. 자, but it's like weird, right? It doesn't make sense. Union building is at the post office, right? 자, then how you can say that more clearly? It means like 우체국 앞. So in front of the post office, right? So you can say that union building은 우체국 앞에 있어요. 자, did you catch well about this part? So relative position is 뭐뭐 앞이라는 표현입니다. So relative position it means 뭐뭐 앞이라는 표현으로 you can say that between relative location and locative particle you can put it relative position. So 뭐뭐 앞이라는 표현을 쓸 수 있겠죠. 자, 그래서 유니온 빌딩은 우체국 앞에 있어요. 여러분, look at this relative position, okay? 자, this is up. 자, what about behind? Let's quickly review. What about behind? It means 뒤가 되겠죠? 자, what about beside? Beside라는 표현 옆이 됩니다. And next, what about inside? Inside는 안이 됩니다. And then, what about below? Below라는 표현 밑이 되겠습니다. So, up, 뒤, 옆, 안, 밑. So, 뒤 means, again, behind. 그쵸? Behind. And then 옆 means 뭐라고요? Beside. 그쵸? 자, 안 means inside. And then 밑 means below가 되겠습니다. Below. 그쵸? Below. 그러죠? 자, please remember this relative position, okay? So you can put it this relative position between relative location and locative particle. Alright. 자, 그러면 그 다음 걸로 가볼까요? Let's go to the next page. And then let's learn about changing the topic, particle 은 or 는. We already learned about the particle 은 or 는 in our previous lesson 1. 그쵸? Do you remember what was 은 or 는? 그쵸? 자, so like record that the particle 은는 is used to mark a topic of the sentences, right? Or a contrast between two items in comparison. So these are or we deal with in lesson 1, right? 자, look at this example. 자, Steve asked, 우체국이 어디 있어요? 자, 우체국 post office, 그렇죠? Where is the post office? And then Michael said, 도서관 뒤에 있어요. 자, 여기 있네요. relative, 그쵸? 지금 now just we learn about the relative position, 그쵸? 자, 그래서 도서관 뒤에 있어요. It's behind the library. And then Steve suddenly asked, 서점은요? 그렇죠. 자, can you catch here the 서점은요? How about the bookstore? So Steve asked just now the post office, but suddenly he changed the topic, bookstore, right? So in this case, you can use 은 or 는 to show that changing the topic. 그렇죠? So what about or how about 라는 표현으로 자, to is used to recast the listener to focusing on a different item. 그래서 as in 서점은요. 그렇죠? 자, 서점은요. Suddenly it changed the topic. And Michael said 학생회관 안에 있어요. 그렇죠? 자, 여러분 학생회관 안이라는 표현 안이 뭐였죠? 그렇죠. inside or in이라는 표현이 되겠죠. 자, 그래서 it's 학생회관 안에 있어요. 자, 여러분 so 은는 also can be used to change the topic. So it shows like suddenly the topic can be changed, right? Okay. 자, 여러분 how was it? 여러분들 잘 배우셨나요? 오늘 grammar point and also new vocabulary and also new conversation part. 자, 여러분 너무너무 오늘도 thank you for your hard work. You're always 최고야. 자, 여러분 the best. You're the best. 최고야입니다. 자, thank you so much for today my lesson and also please remember always with teacher Nina. 그래서 if you want to learn more like a new expression or a new class or need more help, please check our Instagram with teacher Nina and also please check my official website. You can get the information with the teacher Nina Instagram and also you can reserve our tutoring or so you can join more Korea diverse Korean learning program and there's more information. So please look at that. Okay? 자, 그러면 여러분들 너무 수고 많으셨고요. Please leave you well and also please check your textbook and also do your workbook exercise too. Okay. 자, 그러면요 저희는 다음 시간에 만나겠습니다. 여러분 감사합니다.